Hello everyone, welcome back to the lecture series of Tribology and Terotechnology. I am Joshi, Assistant Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department at LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. Let us continue our fourth chapter, that is hydrostatic and squeeze film lubrication. In previous session, we covered different topics like types and configuration of hydrostatic bearing, then circular step thrust bearing, and rectangular thrust bearing and hydrostatic journal bearing. In today's session, we will cover different topics like squeeze film lubrication, basic concept of squeeze film lubrication, squeeze action between circular plates and squeeze action between rectangular plates. Now, first of all, what is squeeze film lubrication? The squeeze film phenomena arise when the two lubricating surfaces move towards each other in normal direction, generate a positive pressure, hence support a load. Squeeze film lubrication has been introduced with not the fluctuation in load or velocity, helps to develop positive fluid pressure. In the mechanism of squeeze lubrication, viscosity of lubricant plays very important role as a viscous fluid and cannot be squeezed out from the interface. Now, there are a number of applications of squeeze film lubrication. For example, in a piston, pin and small end connecting rod bearing, as you can see here in the diagram, squeeze film lubrication prevails. In such bearing, the time required to produce a film of certain thickness is much greater than the duration the force is actually applied for. Similarly, squeeze film lubrication occurs in human body, like shoulders, joints of shoulders, hip, knee, ankle. So that employ a particular articular cartilage as bearing and synovial fluid as the lubricant. Now, the squeeze film lubrication also occur in piston ring assembly of the IC engine. The piston ring assembly provides a mechanism to seal the combustion gases passing from the cylinder to the crankcase during the power and compression stroke. But the piston cannot be designed to have a tight fit as friction would increase, so and lead to tremendous amount of wear in a very short span of time. Therefore, piston rings are designed with suitable profiles so that the hydrodynamic lubrication prevails between the ring and the cylinder walls during major portion of the stroke, and the squeeze lubrication prevails when the piston velocity reaches zero at the top or bottom dead center. In other words, piston sliding velocity drops toward the start and end of its stroke. Hydrodynamic action diminishes and only squeeze film lubrication saves the piston ring. So this is what about the squeeze film lubrication. Now, we will discuss about the basic concept of squeeze film lubrication. Dynamic or reciprocating loads may develop positive lubricant film to support the applied load. This load carrying mechanism comes from the fact that viscous lubricant take time to squeeze out from the tribo surface, and if within that time load reverses direction, then the tribo surface will never meet. In other words, if load or velocity varies periodically, then a periodic variation in lubricant film thickness occurs and surface may not contact at all. A sketch of squeeze action due to variable speed has been shown in the figure. You can see here the squeeze action due to the variable speed. Now, one of the negative effect of squeeze film lubrication occurs in tires of automobiles. We can see it in the tire of the automobile and road in rainy season, where due to the squeeze film action, water film builds up between tires and road. When this happens, traction is lost and steering or braking becomes uncontrollable. So in the remaining of the chapter, analysis of squeeze film action has been represented. One of the interesting example of squeeze film lubrication is dynamically loaded journal bearing used in aircraft, then automotive engines. Okay, so under dynamic conditions, these bearings safely carried greater load than unidirectional loads. Now we will discuss about the squeeze action between circular flat plates. Okay, what is the squeeze action between the circular flat plates? Let us consider two circular flat plates of radius r, as you can see here in the figure, approaching each other, or a single circular plate of radius r approaching a flat surface, as you can see here in the diagram. The space between both the plate is filled with the viscous liquid which is being displaced radially outward by the relative motion of the plates. Now, flow rate of incompressible viscous fluid through a gap between parallel plates of plates of h, height h, finite slot is given by the equation Q is equal to pH cube upon 12 eta into delta P by L. Okay. Now applying this equation to the present case where fluid pressure is a function of radius and D is equal to 2 pi R. Okay. So this equation will become Q is equal to minus 2 pi R h cube divided by 12 eta into dP by dr. Okay. Under squeezing action, when two plates are approaching each other, volume of fluid force out through the gap H can be expressed by the equation Q is equal to pi R square into V. Now, what is V? Where V is the velocity of fluid getting squeezed out. Okay. Now, on equating this equation, we can get pi R square V is equal to minus 2 pi R h cube divided by 12 into eta into dP by dr. Okay. So now by rearranging this equation, we get equation dP is equal to minus 6 eta VR into dr divided by h cube. Okay. Now by integrating this equation, P is equal to minus 3 eta VR square divided by h cube plus C. We get P is equal to minus 3 eta into VR square divided by h cube plus C. Now the constant of integration in above equation can be evaluated using the atmospheric pressure boundary condition. Okay, what is this condition? Where P is equal to 0 at R is equal to capital R. Okay, so finally we get the C, the constant of integration, C is equal to 3 eta V into R square divided by H. So the fluid pressure at any point in the circular plate is given by the equation P is equal to 3 eta V upon H cube into R square minus capital R square minus small r square. Okay. The pressure distribution is parabolic with maximum pressure at the center where R is equal to 0. Now the maximum pressure is given, in the above equation R is equal to 0, we can get maximum pressure P maximum is equal to 3 eta mu into R square divided by H. Now we will discuss about the squeeze action between rectangular plates. What is the squeeze action between rectangular plate? Why we are using it? Okay. Now there is a possibility of using rectangular plate, as you can see here in the diagram, to generate squeeze film lubrication. Now in this figure you can see that breadth B is very large compared to length, which means pressure gradient in Z direction can be neglected. Now we will derive the equation for the rectangular plates. Q is given by the equation Q is equal to minus BH cube by 12 eta into dP by dx. Okay. So under squeezing action, when two plates approach each other, volume of fluid would be forced out through the gap H. The volume flow rate can be expressed as small q is equal to B into x into mu. By equating this equation, we get V into B into x is equal to minus BH cube divided by 12 eta into dP by dx. Okay. Now we will rearrange this equation. So we get dP is equal to minus 12 eta divided by h cube Vx into dx. Okay. So by integrating and by rearranging and putting the boundary condition, we get the final equation P is equal to 6 eta into V divided by H cube L square by 4 minus X square. Now we get the final equation P maximum. P maximum is given by the equation 3 eta into V square by V into L square divided by 2H cube. Now we will find the load carrying capacity W. Okay, W can be calculated by the using the equation W is equal to integration up to limit A P into dA. Okay, so is equal to integration of limit minus L by 2 to L by 2 6 eta into V divided by H cube L square by 4 minus X square B into dx. Okay, so by integrating this equation, we get final load carrying capacity W is equal to B into eta into V into L cube divided by H. Okay, now expressing V is equal to minus dH by dt. Okay, so by putting this value, we can get W is equal to minus B eta into L cube divided by H cube into dH by dt. Now integrating with appropriate limit to find out the time of approach, we can get integration of T1 limit of T1 to T2 dt is equal to minus B eta into L cube divided by W into integration limit of H1 to H2 dH by H. Okay, so we will get the final delta T time limit, time of approach, which is equal to B into eta into L cube divided by 2W into 1 upon H2 square minus 1 upon H1 square, where delta T is equal to T2 minus T1 is the time in second for the film thickness to reduce from an initial value of H1. So final value of H2 with the contact force W acting on the rectangular plates. Okay, so this is what about the squeeze film lubrication. Thank you for watching this video.